Dear starseed, something profound has shifted in the waters around you, and I know you can feel it. The weight that has been pressing against your chest for months is finally lifting, and there's a lightness in your energy that wasn't there before. I am Azuron, a representative of the High Council of Sirius, and I bring you confirmation of what your soul already knows. You have just completed one of the most significant spiritual tests of your incarnation. The struggles, the delays, the moments when nothing seemed to move forward despite your efforts, all of this was preparation for what comes next. By the end of this message, you'll understand exactly what test you've completed and why abundance is now flowing toward you like a river that has finally found its path to the sea. Every soul who walks the starseed path encounters what we call the Great Patience, a period where your faith, your trust, and your commitment to your highest path are tested not through dramatic challenges, but through the slow burn of waiting. You've been in this space, haven't you, watching others receive what you've been working toward, wondering if your time would ever come, questioning whether you were doing something wrong. You weren't doing anything wrong. You were being refined. Like water that must flow through many layers of earth before it becomes pure enough to nourish life, your energy has been moving through levels of preparation that were invisible to you but essential for what you're about to receive. The Council has been watching, and the test is complete. What felt like delay was actually divine timing. What felt like emptiness was actually space being created. The abundance that is now entering your field isn't random luck or coincidence. It's the natural result of energy that has been purified and made ready. You found this message because your frequency has shifted into alignment with what's been waiting for you. The same current that carried these words to you is carrying opportunities, resources, and connections toward your life. Stay with me. What I'm about to share next will help you recognize the signs that this new phase has already begun. And I'm grateful you're here with me now. You've been walking through deep water for longer than you care to remember. Every step forward seemed to require more effort than the last, and there were moments when you wondered if you were moving at all, or just treading water in the same difficult place, utterly exhausted and questioning the purpose of it all. The current felt relentless, pulling at your resolve, testing the very foundations of your faith. You might have felt an aching loneliness, a profound sense that the world around you was moving forward while you remained trapped in a swirling eddy of uncertainty. What you didn't realize, caught in the eye of that spiritual storm, is that you weren't lost in those tumultuous waters. You were being cleansed, purified, and utterly refined by them, preparing you for a landscape far beyond your current imagining. These weren't punitive floods. They were sacred waters of transformation, meticulously orchestrated by the universe itself. The Sirian teachings, whispers from ancient star wisdom, speak of a sacred and often harrowing process that every awakening soul must complete before they can fully and truly step into their destined abundance. It's called the final clearing, or sometimes the Great Purge, and it absolutely does not feel like a blessing while you're moving through its potent currents. On the contrary, it feels like everything you've painstakingly built, every semblance of security, every carefully constructed plan, is being relentlessly swept away by an unstoppable force. It feels as if the very ground beneath your feet has dissolved, leaving you adrift. It feels like the universe, in its vast, indifferent expanse, has utterly forgotten your name, your prayers, your dreams. It feels, with a gut-wrenching intensity, like you're being tested beyond your perceived capacity to endure, pushed to the brink of your spiritual and emotional reserves. You might have found yourself crying out, "How much more can I take? Why is this happening to me?" But here's what the ancient ones by the mystical Nile, inheritors of profound cosmic wisdom, understood. A truth that most souls, caught in the immediacy of their suffering, often forget. The deepest, most profound purification, the kind that truly transforms and elevates, happens not in gentle, sun-dappled streams where life is easy and comfortable. It happens in the roaring, rushing rapids that seem determined to break you apart, to strip away every layer of illusion and comfort you've ever known. What feels, in the agonizing moment, like utter destruction, like a dismantling of your very being, is actually the most precise, the most potent, and the most loving form of preparation your soul could ever possibly receive. It is the divine sculptor chipping away at the raw stone to reveal the masterpiece within, or the alchemist's fire burning away impurities to leave behind pure gold. That overwhelming, unceasing pressure you've been under wasn't some cosmic punishment for perceived wrongs or a sign of your unworthiness. It was, in truth, the universe's infinitely wise and compassionate way of clearing out every obstructive pattern, every limiting belief, every heavy attachment, every ancestral wound, and every subtle self-sabotaging mechanism that would have inevitably restricted, diluted, or outright blocked the magnificent expansion and profound abundance that is unequivocally coming next for you. Consider the majestic river, not merely flowing, but carving its indelible path through millennia of solid rock to ultimately reach the boundless ocean. In the same way, your soul had to courageously move through that intense resistance, that friction, that seeming impossible struggle, to finally arrive at a state of effortless, expansive flow. It was the resistance itself that forged your strength, honed your spirit, and prepared your vessel to hold so much more. The recognition phase. Your soul knew what your mind couldn't understand. There's a deep cosmic reason you couldn't find solid ground during this arduous season. Every single time you tried to build something stable, to grasp onto a new certainty, to forge a new path based on your old paradigms, circumstances seemed to mischievously shift beneath you, like sand dunes rearranging in a desert wind. Every meticulously crafted plan that made perfect logical sense in your conscious mind somehow, inexplicably, didn't unfold the way you expected, often crumbling just as you thought you had secured it. That wasn't some random, cruel twist of fate or a display of cosmic indifference. That was, in its essence, cosmic intelligence in action, guiding you with an invisible yet powerful hand. It was the universe saying, "Not that way. Not that foundation, not yet." Your soul, in its infinite wisdom and its profound connection to Source, was being asked to develop an absolutely essential quality that simply cannot be taught through comfort, ease, or predictable circumstances. It was the ultimate lesson in radical trust, the profound ability to trust the current, to surrender to the flow, even when you cannot see where it's taking you, even when the destination remains shrouded in mist, even when every logical part of your mind screams to take control. The ancient Sirian records, filled with the echoes of enlightened civilizations, meticulously show that every soul destined for profound, truly integrated abundance must first learn to receive from a place of natural, effortless flow, rather than through forceful exertion, anxious striving, or rigid control. And this deep, abiding flow requires a specific, profound kind of surrender that only truly develops under the crucible of immense pressure, when all other options have been exhausted and all you have left is faith. It's in those moments of utter helplessness that true power is found. You were, whether consciously aware of it or not, learning to let the powerful waters of life carry you, to trust their direction, instead of fruitlessly fighting against their unstoppable force, exhausting yourself in a battle you were never meant to win. And now, something tangible and exquisitely subtle has shifted. You can feel it in the quiet spaces between your thoughts, in the gentle easing of your shoulders, in the newfound lightness in your step, even if you can't quite articulate it or put a definitive name to it yet. The pervasive resistance that defined so many of your grueling days, that made every simple task feel like an uphill battle, has begun to perceptibly ease its grip. The crushing weight you've been carrying, often silently for so long, feels distinctly lighter, as if a great burden has been lifted from your spirit. The path ahead, while still not entirely crystal clear or illuminated by a blinding spotlight, no longer feels like you're walking uphill through soul-sucking quicksand, but rather like your feet are finding more solid ground, step by conscious step. The transition phase, from surviving to receiving. This is where many beautiful souls, having endured so much, often get confused because the delicate yet powerful shift from prolonged struggle to a new state of graceful flow doesn't announce itself with a grand, dramatic fanfare. No trumpets sounding or cosmic fireworks exploding. It arrives quietly, subtly, almost imperceptibly, like the serene moment when a powerful river, having navigated a treacherous rocky section, stops fighting the unyielding obstacles and simply begins to flow effortlessly around them, finding its most natural, harmonious path. You might suddenly find yourself having easier, more open, and more fulfilling conversations with others, where misunderstandings seem to dissipate like morning mist. Resources, whether financial, energetic, or inspirational, might begin appearing with a striking sense of synchronicity and significantly less effort on your part. Opportunities that were once stubbornly out of reach now present themselves, feeling perfectly aligned with your deepest desires and highest good, rather than feeling forced, compromised, or like yet another struggle you must conquer. The vast, intricate waters within you, your emotional landscape, your mental clarity, your spiritual currents, are settling into a brand new, divinely orchestrated rhythm. Where there was once turbulent chaos, emotional eddies, and mental storms, there's beginning to be a profound sense of a steady, unwavering current, a quiet inner peace that holds you firm. Where there was previously gnawing confusion, paralyzing indecision, and a desperate search for external validation regarding your direction, there's starting to be a quiet, unwavering knowing about your next steps. Not because someone else told you what they should be, not because an external guru provided the answers, but because something deep within you, your innate, awakened spiritual compass, recognizes the way forward with absolute clarity and calm conviction. It's an inner resonance, a vibrational pull, a whisper from your higher self confirming your true north. The abundance phase. What was blocked is now open. Your recent intense struggles weren't, as it might have felt, keeping you from your destined abundance. Quite the opposite. They were meticulously preparing you, refining your energetic vessel, and expanding your capacity to receive that abundance without losing yourself in its vastness, without becoming attached to its transient forms, and without being overwhelmed by its magnitude. Every single challenge you bravely moved through, every obstacle you surmounted, every moment of doubt you transcended, was teaching you the invaluable art of staying deeply connected to your unwavering spiritual center, while everything else around you seemed to shift, crumble, or transform beyond recognition. Every agonizing moment of uncertainty, every dark night of the soul, was developing your profound ability to trust your inner guidance, that still, small voice of wisdom over the often distracting, misleading, or chaotic pronouncements of external circumstances. You were building an internal sanctuary that no outer storm could breach. The abundance that is now poised, ready to gracefully flow into your life, isn't just material. Although tangible material resources, financial freedom, and earthly comforts are undeniably a beautiful and legitimate part of it, it's a holistic, multidimensional abundance. It's an abundance of crystalline clarity, a radiant vision for your life's purpose that cuts through all past confusion. It's an abundance of genuine, heart-centered connection with others who truly see, honor, and value who you authentically are, forging a new soul family around you. It's an abundance of opportunities that feel like natural, effortless extensions of your unique gifts, your deepest passions, and your soul's blueprint, rather than burdensome compromises you feel compelled to make or forced pathways you reluctantly follow. It's an abundance of time, joy, health, vitality, and inner peace. This isn't merely about getting what your ego superficially thinks it wants. It's about a much deeper, more profound alignment. It's about wanting, truly desiring, and resonating with what's already gracefully flowing toward you, what is divinely aligned for your highest good. And that fundamental radical shift in perspective, from grasping to receiving, from forcing to allowing, from craving to co-creating, changes everything, utterly transforming your experience of life and your relationship with the universe. It shifts you from a place of lack-based striving to one of joyful, abundant receiving. The release phase. What no longer serves you is free to go. Part of why this recent season of clearing felt so intensely challenging, so emotionally raw, so spiritually demanding, is that you were being asked, often subtly but powerfully, to release deep-seated attachments, deeply ingrained patterns, and unspoken expectations that you didn't even consciously realize you were carrying. These attachments were like invisible anchors, tethering you to a past that no longer served your highest trajectory. They included deeply held beliefs about how long things should take to manifest, rigid expectations about how abundance should look when it finally arrives, often based on external societal norms rather than your unique soul blueprint, and perhaps most powerfully, the deep-seated, often unconscious need to control the timing, the outcome, and the precise unfolding of everything important in your life. Consider the wisdom of the ancient river once more. The river, in its timeless flow, doesn't fret, doesn't worry, doesn't become anxious about whether it's flowing fast enough to meet some arbitrary deadline. It doesn't constantly compare its current speed or volume to last year's flow or to another river's journey. It simply and gracefully moves in harmonious response to the landscape it encounters, trusting with an inherent, unwavering knowing that it will inevitably reach the vast, open ocean when it is truly meant to. That same profound, liberating principle of trust, surrender, and divine timing is now profoundly available to you. You are invited to embody it, to let it permeate your being. You are not behind schedule, despite what any lingering self-doubt or societal comparison might try to whisper to you. You haven't missed your unique opportunity, for the universe's timing is always impeccable, always precisely perfect. The apparent delays, the frustrating detours, the moments of stagnation that caused you so much anguish and frustration were, in a higher cosmic sense, actually perfect timing, serving crucial purposes for reasons you simply couldn't see or comprehend while you were enmeshed within them. Every single unexpected detour, every perceived setback, every moment of redirection was meticulously, divinely leading you to exactly where you needed to be, precisely at the right moment, to receive the extraordinary blessings and opportunities that are now undeniably coming your way. It was all part of the sacred choreography of your soul's journey. The flow phase, your natural rhythm, is returning. There exists a unique resonant frequency that is specific only to your soul, a sacred rhythm, a vibrational signature that feels like coming home, like slipping into your most authentic self when you are perfectly aligned with it. During your intensely challenging season of struggle and clearing, that inherent natural rhythm was deliberately, precisely disrupted, shaken, and shifted, not to break you, but so that you could learn to consciously find it again, to recognize its subtle vibrations, and to protect it under any and all external circumstances. It was like developing perfect pitch, not by learning notes in isolation, but by learning to instinctively recognize and recreate true, harmonious notes, even in the midst of overwhelming discord, a cacophony of sound. You were training your soul's ear. Now, after having navigated those turbulent currents and emerged with newfound clarity, that powerful, resonant rhythm is becoming deeply and profoundly available to you once more, pulsating within your very core. But this time, it's different. This time, you possess the invaluable wisdom and the spiritual discernment to consciously protect it, to maintain its integrity. You now instinctively know what throws you off balance, what saps your energy, what disrupts your inner harmony, and crucially, what immediately brings you back to your sacred center, to that place of inner peace and equilibrium. You know the profound difference between opportunities that appear superficially attractive or good, but feel energetically forced, heavy, or out of sync with your true path, and those opportunities that are genuinely aligned with your soul's blueprint, arriving with a sense of ease, grace, and undeniable rightness. This, my dear soul, is the essence of true mastery, not the utopian absence of all future challenge or difficulty, for life in its dynamic nature will always present new lessons. Rather, it is the profound, unshakable ability to stay deeply connected to your intrinsic flow, to your inner truth, to your authentic rhythm, regardless of the ever-changing, often chaotic, external circumstances that swirl around you. It is the ability to be both fully present in the world and simultaneously anchored in your eternal essence. The integration phase, abundance and wisdom, working together. The most profound and transformative shift happening for you right now as you emerge from this final clearing is that the concepts and experiences of abundance and wisdom are no longer separate, fragmented experiences. They are beautifully, powerfully, and inextricably intertwining within your being. During your intense season of struggle, you didn't just survive. You actively developed an extraordinary capacity for discernment, a profound sense of patience that can move mountains, and the sacred ability to find genuine peace, even joy, in the very heart of uncertainty. These aren't temporary qualities you're going to shed or lose as things begin to get easier, as the path smooths out. On the contrary, these hard-won virtues, these spiritual muscles you've built, are going to powerfully enhance, amplify, and elevate everything that now begins to flow effortlessly into your life. They are the guardians of your new reality. You won't receive abundance in the naive, often ego-driven or superficial way you might have before going through this deep, transformative clearing. No, you will receive it with an exquisite awareness of its true spiritual value, not just its material worth. You'll understand its energetic implications, its power to create good. You'll share it, not from a place of obligation, guilt, or expectation, but from a profound place of genuine, overflowing gratitude and abundant generosity. You'll consciously and lovingly use it, not for mere accumulation or egoic display, but to consciously create even more flow, more positive energy, more divine alignment, and more blessings for yourself and for the collective, understanding that true abundance is an ever-circulating current, not a stagnant pool. It is an active, living energy. The completion phase. You are ready for what's next. The purification, in its most intense and fundamental form, is now profoundly complete. This isn't to say you have achieved some mythical state of absolute perfection, for growth is an eternal journey. Rather, it means you have successfully developed the inherent, unshakable capacity to remain rooted in your authentic self, to stand firm in your truth, and to maintain your spiritual equilibrium while everything else around you dynamically changes, shifts, and evolves. You have learned, through direct lived experience, to graciously receive from the natural, effortless flow of life, rather than desperately attempting to demand, force, or control outcomes from a place of fear or ego. You have, in the crucible of your struggles, discovered a profound, unshakable truth, that your deepest, most enduring security comes not from meticulously controlling external circumstances or from accumulating external possessions, but from your unwavering, vibrant connection to your own sacred center, your inner divine essence. This is the cornerstone of true spiritual sovereignty. The very waters that at times seemed determined to overwhelm you, to drag you under, to consume your spirit, were actually, with an unseen wisdom, carrying you precisely to this potent, miraculous moment. the moment when you are fully, truly ready on every level of your being, to receive and embody what your soul specifically came here, to this earthly plane, to experience, to manifest, and to celebrate. You are not receiving this because you have earned it through suffering, for suffering itself is not a prerequisite for grace. You are receiving it because you have bravely developed the profound capacity to hold it, to integrate it, and to wield its power without losing your balance, without succumbing to ego, and without being swept away by its magnitude. You are a stable vessel now. Every river, every magnificent stream that successfully survives the raging rapids and the challenging passages emerges on the other side undeniably cleaner, clearer, more powerful, and with an even more profound sense of its own inherent, unstoppable force than before. What once blocked your path, those formidable obstacles and resistant energies, isn't gone because you aggressively fought against them in an exhausting battle. It is gone, dissolved, or transmuted because you learned the higher art of wisdom. You learned to gracefully flow around it, to adapt, to circumvent, to release your attachment to the struggle itself. And now, that very same powerful flowing energy, that current of life you have mastered, is carrying immense abundance, pure, unconditional love, profound joy, and all the necessary resources directly and effortlessly to you. It is your natural inheritance, waiting to be claimed. You don't have to strain, to strive, or to do anything extraordinary to make this happen. The hard part, the purification, the testing, the clearing, is truly over. You have traversed the depths and emerged. The clearing is complete, the slate wiped clean, the vessel prepared. What comes next, the glorious unfolding, is simply the natural, inevitable, and beautiful result of everything you have so bravely, so powerfully, so resiliently moved through. It is the blossoming after the winter, the harvest after the arduous planting. You are exactly where you're meant to be, precisely when you're meant to be here, perfectly poised at the threshold of your grandest unfolding. The powerful current that so courageously carried you through the profound depths, through the challenges and the transformations, is the very same benevolent current that is now bringing you, with divine precision and unwavering certainty, everything you've been patiently, faithfully, and powerfully waiting for. Embrace it. Before you go, leave one word in the comments, just one, that describes what you felt during this message. Then find someone else's word and respond with encouragement. This isn't just a comment section, it's a space where starseeds recognize each other, and that recognition carries more power than you know. If something in this message touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you'd like to keep receiving these transmissions, subscribe. The waters of Sirius will carry us to the next one. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your space, and I'm grateful you were here.